Number 11, we need to answer. We need to find the circumference of this bottom circle. They tell us the circumference of the top circle is 94.2 millimeters, and they give us the radius, which is halfway across the circle. They tell us the radius is 15 millimeters. So for circumference, if you don't remember, you can always Google the equation. Circumference is pi times diameter. Okay, diameter is all the way across a circle. So in this top one, we have another 15 millimeters. The diameter was 30. So we need to find the diameter of this one. We have 2, so we have another 2. So diameter is 4 millimeters. We're going to do pi times 4. You're going to get an answer. You can put it right here. Then we have a second part where we need to find the scale factor. So our circle went from 15 millimeters to 2 millimeters. So how much smaller did it get to go to 1 millimeter? Okay, we can solve this proportion. What did we divide by? Scale factor. That'll go there. Number 12, use a proportion, find the missing value. So another proportion, we need to say 5 over 2. Those are the corresponding sides. In fact, we could do 5 over 6 equals 2 over x, but I want to do the corresponding sides. I want to do the left side of each of these. So 5 over 2 equals, well, I chose 5 here. I chose the yellow shape to be my numerator, so I'll equals 6 over x. And now find the missing value. You can find this missing factor here by dividing 6 by 5 and see what we multiplied by, or we can cross multiply. I think either way you're going to get a decimal as your answer. So don't freak out when you get a decimal. Number 13, solve and show work. Laura needs 5.5 pounds of nails for a project. How much more does she need if she already has 4 2/5 pounds? So first off, we need to think, what kind of problem is this? And when I see these fractions, I'm like, okay, I want to think about this a little easier. So let's pretend Laura needs 5. She already has 4. How many more does she need? Well, she would need 1 more, and that's 5 minus 4. So this is a subtraction problem. So we're going to do 5.5 minus 4 2/5. Now, sometimes we won't have to even change these to improper fractions, because we might be able to just subtract in 2 parts. We might be able to do our wholes and do our halves. However, not our halves, our fractions. However, we're going to need a common denominator. So this one's going to turn into 5. And when we look at 2 and 5, my common denominator is going to have to be 10, because I can make a 10 with 2 and I can make a 10 with 5. To make a 10 with 2, we've got to multiply by 5 to the numerator and denominator. 1 times 5 is 5. So we have 5 5/10 minus 4, and we need to multiply by 2 on this one. 4 4/10. So this one is going to work out. We're not going to have to do any regrouping of wholes. We can do 5 minus 4. We can do 5/10 minus 4/10. So give me your final answer. It's a number with so many tenths left over. Number 14, is this a proportional relationship? So what we need to think about is, are these equal? Are these equal fractions? A few ways we can do it. We can divide the top by the top and the bottom. If we get the same number, then it's proportional. We could cross multiply. If we get the same number, then it's proportional. But if we have this second part, if yes, find the constant of proportionality, that is the number you get when you divide. That's how they're related. So I would recommend just dividing the numerator by the denominator. Do 3.5 divided by 2.5. Tell me what that equals. This would be your constant if the one on the right is also the same. 15, we need to find the lateral area of this triangular pyramid. There are 3 sides. Lateral means sides. So we need the sides area. We're not going to do the base. The area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. So the area equals 1/2. The base here is 4. The height is 4. I'm not trying to, oh, that's not the height. The height isn't 4. The height is 5 1/4, or 5.25 for a quarter. So we need to multiply these three numbers and then multiply that by 3. So 1/2 times 4 is 2 times 5.25. So we have 10.50 is each triangle. So 10.50 times 3, because there's 3 sides, that'll give you your lateral area. Don't forget your label, meters squared.